We are back live in the studio. I got my BCAAs. I got my BCAA powder. My energy is up, people. I go today into Wellness Unplugged because we are entering the human matrix in search of the panacea. We're trying to find out what's beneficial for us. How do we get healthier mentally and physically, emotionally, spiritually? In this particular episode, did you hear what the artist formerly known as Prince said about computers and the Matrix? What do we need to be watching out for? What do we need to be thinking about? Years ago, Prince had some things to say. We're going to talk about that. What did Prince have to say about computers and the Matrix? We use computers every day, and a lot of young people are getting their ideas, their idealisms, how they feel about themselves, their style, all from the computer, all from social media and websites, all from other people versus themselves. Instead of having our own identity, we're taking the identity from what we are seeing on the internet, and because it's cool or because it's fashionable or because other people like it, follow it, subscribe to it, we become that. A lot of young people are becoming what they're seeing. Years and years ago, the artist formerly known as Prince had a little something to say about the computer and the Matrix. Let's take a listen.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool. It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You all saw the Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefields in the mind. And the prize is the soul. So, let's be careful.
All right, so first thing he says is, don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. Let's break that down for a second. So, don't be fooled by the internet. What did he mean by that? Well, by what happened, on January 6th, a few years ago at the state capitol, and other things that have happened with young people and just people in general taking up the ideas of some other people on the internet and what they're talking about versus getting their own opinion is one way that the internet has begun to influence people like nothing else before its time. Back in the day, if a movie came out, let's say a Michael Jackson movie or another popular movie, and the next week you saw somebody wearing the outfit that was in the movie, then you kind of knew, okay, you like the movie, and this person is kind of, wearing the jacket or wearing the shoes or whatever. But if, a person were to do that every single movie that came out, or that's all they ever wore was the outfits from somebody else's movie, then it would be like, okay, what's going on? Or do you have your own identity? Are you you can't find your own identity? That's what's happening today. And that's one of the things that Prince was talking about. He was saying, if we get everything you believe in from the internet, from social media, then you're going to miss out on so much of life. And in the later part of this particular video, he describes how you're going to miss out on life if you don't get your own ideas, your own opinion on life itself. Let's keep listening. So the first part of it was not allowing the internet to dictate everything you believe in, everything that you simply know. You have to know more than what's on social media. So that's not believing everything that's on the internet, not believing everything that's on the internet, And then number two, not letting the computer get on you. That means not allowing everything that you do and that you say and that you wear come from somebody else's opinion online. All right? And we're going to...
It's cool to use the computer. Don't let the computer use you. You also...
All right, don't let the computer use you. By you doing everything and saying everything and repeating everything and sharing everything and wearing everything that's on social media, you become the computer. And you don't become yourself, because if the computer wasn't there to give you all those ideas, you would come up with your own ideas. You would come up with your own way of dressing. You would come up with your own style. You would come up with your own language. You would say what you feel versus repeating what you've heard. You would wear clothing what you want to wear versus what you're seeing everybody else wearing. So that's the computer getting on you. Don't let the computer get on you. Have your own ideas. Have your own style. You have to unplug from the computer in order to get your own style. So what will happen? What will happen if you don't get your own style? If you don't get your own language? If you allow the computer, the social media to get on you, what will you lose? What does Prince say?
The Matrix. There's a war going on. The battlefield's in the mind.
There is a war going on, and the battlefield is in the mind. This is what we're saying when we talk about the human matrix. The war is within yourself and with the way you live every day. You can watch the internet. Remember, he said it's cool to get on the computer. Don't let the computer get on you. The battlefield is in how you think. Are you wearing what you want to wear? Are you dressing the way you want to dress? Or are you dressing the way you've seen other people dress on the internet and on social media? How you talk. Do you say what you want to say and how you want to say it? Are your opinions and how you feel because you've actually thought about circumstances and situations? Or do you simply repeat what you've heard other people say on the internet and on social media? That's the war that's inside of the mind. What do you lose if you don't fight?
And the prize is the soul. So just be careful. Don't be fooled by the internet.
The prize is the soul. So if you do not fight this mental war of becoming your own person and unplugging from the internet, not saying you can't use the internet, not saying you don't use social media. He said it, I'm saying it. You can use it, but don't let it use you. If you do, you will lose your soul. You will lose your ability to be yourself. You'll lose your ability to be creative. And those are all the things that you were given already. You were already given style. You don't need somebody else's style. You were already given language. You don't need to talk like other people talk. I hope this episode helped. Learning about the internet and how it can be used properly is very, very important. That's the conclusion of this episode. Join me next time.